why don't we have a game show where nobody actually knows a damn thing? That is coming to fruition today. And so, let me go ahead and start bringing in our distinguished guest. First up, from across the pond, all the way from England, it's a girl called Kat. All the way from somewhere else in the world, we never really know for sure, it's Spot of Tea. And last but most certainly not least, all the way from somewhere in the United States, it's ABSP. What ties all three of these people together, apart from the fact that they, for better or for worse, know who I am, is nobody here really knows about sports. Is that right?
American
sports. Big time.
So Kat knows some things about sports, but ABSP and T, from what you've told me, you know absolutely nothing. That is good news, because the topic of today's trivia show possibly can. It's yes, that's right. We are going to be talking about the wonderful sport of hockey today. So here's the deal. We have in front of us 50 questions, 50. Each question has exactly one correct answer worth 4 points. In the event that you do not get the answers correct, all your other answers will be worth between 1 and 3 points based on how funny they are. Essentially, whoever's answer I enjoyed the most will get 3 points, second most 2 points, and whoever I hated will get 1 point. And as is the case with many things in my life, my decisions are both arbitrary and final. Knowing that you know none of the questions that are about to come forth, roughly what point total do we think we're aiming for here today?
25.
25. Knowing that you in most cases will get at least 1 point per question, you're aiming for 25.
Yeah, I imagine I'm going to do something wrong at some point.
I get point deductions.
Okay, well,
can we get negative points?
I may have to integrate at a point down the line negative points for, I don't know, insulting the host or something of that nature. We'll figure it out. You get a pass today. The first category is team logos. It's very simple. I'm going to show you a series of logos. There are 10 of them from various leagues across North America. Some of them may be the NHL, some of them may be the AHL or the WHL, any number of professional, semi-professional, or amateur leagues in North America. Your job is to tell me what city they're from and what their team name is, their mascot, however you want to put it. With that said, feel free to speak up whenever you have your answer ready to go, and we will take it from there. Your first team logo is this.
What the fuck?
Are we sure this is hockey?
I am quite certain it's hockey. By the way, for everybody that's in the chat right now, I will say this up front. Everybody that is on this stream can track the chat here. So if you feel like you want to be helpful and give people the right answers, you can. If you feel like you want to be destructive and purposely give people the wrong answers, you can absolutely do that too. It's up to their discretion whether they take your answer or not. So that said, don't feel like you have to hold back.
I've heard the team Oilers before, and there's is Philadelphia a team? Does Philadelphia or Pittsburgh have a team?
Philadelphia is a city, as is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, wait, is that not where... I thought teams are based on the cities, right?
They are. You were just asking, is Philadelphia a team? And I said, no, Philadelphia is actually a city. So I will not reveal the correct answer until everybody has answered. So you let me know when you have your final answer, and we'll run it.
Philadelphia Oilers.
I'd take Pittsburgh, but I couldn't tell you what the name of the team.
Is it the Pittsburgh Wheelers?
Wheelers. That's good.
We have the Philadelphia Oilers, we have the Pittsburgh somethings, and we have the Pittsburgh Wheelers. Consumable Pete already chiming in and saying, this one is rude, Sammy. Well, get used to it, because it's not getting any better from here. The correct answer in this case, this is the logo for the Providence Bruins.
Rhode Island.
Yes,
I didn't
indeed.
even know that existed. Okay.
So, you know what? Here's how I think I'm going to break down points for this one. I'm going to give Kat the 3 points for this one, I like the deduction skills that happened here. I'm gonna give T the 2 points for at least knowing a team name, even though it was very incorrect, and ABSB will get 1 point for this round. So, moving on, our next logo is
Slytherin. It's Slytherin.
I was going to do that joke.
The Seattle Seagrams, sponsored by Seagrams. Ginger ale.
the Seattle. Did I hear Seagrams?
Seattle Seahorses.
Seattle
Ooh, that's
Seahorses.
really good.
Ooh, that's a good
Hey, got it.
Yeah, I can see that. San Jose. San Jose.
Okay, the San Jose
And-
what, T?
Yeah, it's got to be an S because it's got to be the San Jose. No, this has like they have like little like nipples on that thread, so it's almost like
Nipples is a word you could use, yes.
yes. I almost want to say squids. The San Jose squids. They look like 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 the what I'm talking about, like the octopi tentacles. I'm gonna go San Jose squids.
Okay, so
And
we
it kind of
have.
looks like a J.
Well, 2 of you were correct on the city. It is in fact Seattle. It is the logo for the Seattle Kraken, because
Ooh.
the mythical beast known as the Kraken is long history to be from the Pacific Northwest. For the sake of accuracy and funniness, I'm going to give the 3 points to ABSP. Right behind that, I'm going to give 2 points to Cat, and unfortunately, that leaves T with getting 1. This logo. Logo number 3.
I'm coming in straight away because this is obviously the Colorado Casey Joneses.
Fantastic answer, Cat coming in from the top road.
I kind of see the state of Texas in a triangle, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Houston Chainsaw Killers.
I'm gonna go in the same vein and go with the Minnesota Michael Myers.
Well, this may come as a surprise to you, but nobody got it. This is our reminder that hockey is not only played in the United States. It is in fact played in Canada as well. This is the logo for the Calgary Hitmen.
It's kind of on the nose though with the Hitman. I can see that.
Ever so slightly, yes. But for a fantastic reference, I'm going to give Kat the 3 points here. I'm going to give ABSP the 2 points, even though it's a little misplaced. Michael Myers. Had you said Jason Voorhees, I think you might have been competing for 3.
I'd have to pick something with a J.
Yeah, exactly. And T will get 1 point for that round. Your next logo, number 4.
Toronto Bobcats.
Colors are reminding me of Cali, but I'm gonna go with the Yukon Yetis.
I'm gonna go with the Boston Panthers.
The irony of that, T, is you actually did get a correct city and a correct team name, but neither of them are for this logo right here.
Damn it, you got me so excited.
There are the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers, but this is neither of those. This is the logo for the Minnesota Wild.
Wow. What?
ABSP is going to get that 3 points for Yukon Yetis. I'm a big fan of that. I think I'm going to give the 2 to Kat once again. I like the answer. T, you're in the ballpark of accuracy. All right, next up, we have logo number 5.
What the fuck?
The San Jose Hot Stuffs.
Salt Lake City Slammers.
The only reason was not the only reason. That's a fantastic answer. But why did my mind immediately go to Pogs? I guess there are so many directions that I could take the word slammers, but I went straight to Pogs. So, there's that.
All right, so a snowy place is Denver.
Hey, yeah, Denver is snowy.
Yeah, so we got to go with Denver, and we're going for snow caps.
Well, if they were
Snow caps? Is that what I heard?
Yes, the Denver snow caps.
Denver snow caps. Another fantastic round of answers. This is actually a Florida-based team. This is the Orlando Solar Bears. The Orlando Solar Bears. Yes, it makes perfect sense when you just think about it. I mean, Come on. For touching into my nostalgia, I'm going to give ABSP 3 points for Salt Lake City Slammers. I am going to give 2 points for deduction to Spot of Tea. She's trying very hard. And I will give 1 point to Kat for San Jose Hot Stuffs. Logo number 6 out of 10.
Cincinnati Orcas.
Oh my god.
Orca, that's straight up an Orca for sure.
Yeah.
I am a fan of a consumable Pete's
Nope,
answer here, the Cleveland Steamers.
The Cleveland Steamers. Oh my god.
Thank you, Pete. Cleveland Orcas.
Is there any other C cities? Charlotte. No, wait. Charleston. Charleston's on the water.
Okay.
The Charleston Orcas.
Charleston Orcas. While all three of you are correct about what animal is represented in this logo, the team name is not actually the Orcas. This is the logo for the Vancouver Canucks. Why they chose an orca, I am not entirely sure. But yes, this is the NHL team and currently the best team in the league, the Vancouver Canucks.
What's a Canuck?
Is that a beaver?
No, a Canuck is a slang term for Canadian. Yeah.
Then what's the what?
I didn't say it made sense, okay? I am the messenger here. All three of you gave a variation of orcas with different cities. I'm going to give everybody 3 points here. You know what? You were on the right track, so no differentiation. I think I said the last one was 6, so this should be 7.
Pick a wrong answer and go Cleveland Cavaliers.
He's all in with what is knowingly an incorrect answer. I like that strategy, ABSP.
I'm going to say the Chicago Horseshoes.
I'm going to say the Chicago Ladders.
This is the logo for the Montreal Canadiens.
So the Canadians love to call teams after themselves. Canucks and Canadians.
For a blatantly wrong answer that made me laugh, ABSP is getting 3 points. For making me laugh after that and taking a little bit of cue here, I'm going to give 2 points to Kat and 1 point to T. Logo number 8.
Baltimore Flames.
Boise Blazers.
The Boise Blazers. ABSP picking out a not so obvious B city.
Boston Gaslighters.
Nice.
The Boston Gaslighters, as all Bostonians are known to do. So one of you was remarkably close, and that is ABSP. This is not the Boise Blazers. This is the Kamloops Blazers. Kamloops. For the most accurate answer of the round, ABSP is going to get 3 points there. Boston Gaslighters tickled my fancy. That's worth 2. And the Baltimore Flames is going to get 1. Logo number 9. This is actually my favorite team name in all of hockey, and you will figure out why once I reveal the answer.
Winnipeg Locomotives.
My wife texted me this one. It's got to be the Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm going to go for the Winnipeg. The light at the end of the tunnel is the light of an oncoming trains.
What?
Yeah, that's
It's
a good long name.
wordy
I love
to
it.
fit on the jersey. This is the logo for the Worcester Railers. Yes, they did in
That was my
fact name
next
a
guess,
professional
Worcester.
sports team, the Railers. We do.
Oh, is that
pronounce
where
it
Worcestershire sauce comes from?
Now that's from England. For catching me off guard with Buffalo Wild Wings, T gets 3 points on this one. Kat is going to get 2 points for Winnipeg, a long name I can no longer remember, and ABSP gets 1 for the Winnipeg logo. Your final logo and the last question of round 1.
There's so many Canadian team names. I'm wondering if there's like Americans.
I will give you this hint. There is a team that calls themselves the Americans. There are actually 2 teams that call themselves the Americans that I know of.
The Puerto Rican Pirates.
Ooh. I think I know this one. Is it the Washington Capitals? That's going to be my answer. I think because I grew up in DC and I remember that's a thing.
Well, I'm going to say the Puerto Rican Fuck Yes.
I'm sorry, the Puerto Rican what?
Fuck Yes.
Okay. You gotta say it just like, you gotta type it out like that though. Fook. F-O-O-K, that's how we pronounce, that's how we spell it.
T, I've got to say, you were actually so close. The
No.
Washington Capitals are, in fact, an NHL team, but it is not this logo.
Oh, damn it!
This is the logo for the Columbus Blue Jackets. The CBJ.
Oh my god.
Ohio?
I
From
lived in
Ohio.
Columbus for 3 years and I still didn't know that.
The one hockey team in Ohio.
Do
And,
they know what your flag looks like?
No, they don't have a clue. They're from Ohio. We've pretty much written them off along with the state of Florida and Louisiana, probably. I have to check with my sources again. I am going to give the 3 points for that one to, I'm going to give it to ABSP. I'm going to give the 2 points to Cat and the 1 point to Spot of T. That means at the end of round 1, our current scores. In first place, ABSP with 25 points. In second place, it's Cat with 22 points. And in third place, it's T with 16 points. For round 2, we have another 10 questions, and it is very simple. It is player names. The premise is simple here. I'm going to write out the name of a player for you. It is your job to pronounce it as accurately as possible. And no, none of these will be easy. I do need first and last name to be accurate in order to get full points on this one. So, with that said, here is your first player.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Dustin
Where-
Byfuglien.
Was that a hard G I heard in there? Byfuglien?
It was a silent G. Byfuglien.
Byfuglien. Okay, we got Dustin Byfuglien.
I'm going to go with a hard G and say Dustin Byfuglien.
All right, we got a Byfuglien and a Byfuglien.
I'm gonna lean in hard to millennial language and go Dustin Byfuglien.
He was alive a little bit before I think fugly became a word. This player's name is Dustin Byfuglien. Byfuglien. Of course it is. Absolutely. We're gonna give 3 points to T for leaning into the millennials, and I you know what? I like Kat's answer just slightly more with a hard G, so she's gonna get 2, and then ABSP will get 1. Player number 2.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is La Franche. Zachary Leroux.
Zachary Leroux.
The accent is critical.
The
Hey,
accent
how's it
is
going,
critical,
Zachary Leroux?
and I am factoring in accents to how I dole out points here. Just please know that.
Zachary Leroux.
I love cats because it almost sounded a little bit like a Russian individual doing a French accent. Zachary Leroux. Привет. So you're all correct in your pronunciation. Everybody was accurate. Everybody gets full 4 points. Your third name to pronounce.
What?
Brady Ski.
Ski? Did I hear ski?
Ski, just ski.
As in, ski? Got it.
Brady Sky.
Brady Skye.
This name is actually pronounced Brady Shea.
Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
Shea.
What the fuck?
Brady Shea. Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
God.
So,
I
3
got the
points
right
to Kat
end,
for getting the vowel pronunciation correct. And then 2 points to T, 1 point to ABSP. Yes, I can see the chat reacting to this as well. It is indeed Shea. Name number 4.
Eric Kagren.
Eric Carlgren.
Eric Smith. No. Eric Karlgren.
This name is pronounced Eric Shellgren. Another SH sound. How? Don't
Smith
ask
was
me.
pretty close, honestly.
Smith was remarkably close. So I think I will once again give 3 points to Kat for that one. I like T's pronunciation just slightly more, so T will get 2 and ABSP will get 1. Next Name number 5.
Jesse Pugliarvi.
Jesse Phillips. Let's be fair, we've never been close. I might as well try.
I'm gonna go with Jess Pugliarvi. We're just gonna go.
We're getting phonetic here.
So ABSP was only off by a single letter sound. It's not Jesse Pugliarvi, it's Yessie Pugliarvi. So you don't get the full 4 points for this answer, but I will give you 3 for being the closest. I will give Cat 2, and then I will give T 1 after that. Yessie Pugliarvi. Your next player.
Slater Kochek.
Oh, that's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is indeed there. There are 4 Ks in a single name.
I think you're right on the right. You're right on it, AB.
I think he's right on it as well. So, for the sake of differentiation, Slater Kochek.
Slater Kochek. Yes. T, would you like to throw in an alternative answer, or are you going to stick with ABSPs?
Well, I should probably do my own accent, right? Because you're just picking accents at this point.
I'm not just picking accents. I'm just saying that it factors into my decision making.
All right, I'm gonna go French again. French. Slater Kochek. That's not even French. That sounds
was
right.
French. That was French.
I tried.
Okay.
I tried.
You did indeed try, and that's all Jesus asked of us sometimes. This player's name is pronounced Slater Cuckoo. Cuckoo. I think I'm going to give 3 points to T for the pronunciation, 2 points to Cat for the pronunciation, and 1 point to ABS. Player number 7.
Huevo Targaryen. That's actually really good.
Twevo Teravainen.
Huevo Rancheros. This guy just.
Ooh, I like it. Huevo Targaryen.
Huevo Targaryen.
That's it. Because we're just making up nonsense names, anyways.
This name is pronounced Tavo Teravainen. Tavo Teravainen.
Oh wow! This
You were pretty close.
I am in fact going to give points to Kat for being the closest. Not a full 4 points, but she will get 3 points. I will give 2 points to T for Huevos Targaryen, and I will give 1 point to ABS. Player number 8.
Jurassic. Jurassic. Spell it out. It looks just like that.
It's one name like Madonna. It's just Jurassic with a few extra letters.
Juraj Slavkovsky.
Juraj Slavkovsky. ABSP, I think I heard you say something. I just want to make sure I heard it right.
Yuri
Okay, Yuri
Slavkovsky.
Hooray. Slavkovsky. Hooray!
Hooray!
That's what a
Hooray
mom
for
would
your
say when after the birth of a child, and then the father like, this is a perfect name. So, hooray!
Hooray! It's a Slavkovsky. So once again, ABSP was off only by a single letter sound. You said Uri Slavkovsky. It's actually Uri Slavkovsky. Uri Slavkovsky. Yes. So I am going to give 3 points to ABSP for accuracy. I'm going to give 2 points to T for hilarity and 1 point to Cat because that's what's left over. Your ninth
There's only
name.
1 syllable off myself.
I did arbitrarian final. What? This is
What's the craziest thing to me is how this guy looks with that name.
Yeah.
That guy's name and that guy's face do not match.
What kind of face would you have in mind for this name?
Sub-Saharan.
What? Okay. Not where I thought that was going.
Ukko-Pekka Lukonen.
What accent was that, I wonder?
Ukko-Pekka Lukonen. Yeah, that's what it is. That's my guess. Ukko-Pekka Lukonen.
Can you say that just one more time and not because I intend to clip this sound?
Ukko-Pekka Lukonen.
Is this going to...
Where's the
It's getting
H?
more-
Anyway.
What H? There's no H. Ukko Pekka Lakanen.
I'm going to say Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
I like that T is over there giggling to herself the entire time. The two of you were remarkably close. This name is pronounced Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Luukkonen.
I think Kat was right on, right?
I think Kat was indeed right on, and T, you were right behind. So I'm gonna give a full 4 points to Kat here. I'm gonna give 3 to T and 2 to A. And our last name of the round.
Arbor Jekai.
I'm going to say Arbor Jackie.
I'm gonna go with Arbor Zekaj.
We have ABSP getting remarkably close. This is pronounced Arbor Jacki, not Jacki. Jacki, a hard J. Yeah. Arbor Jacki. So I give 3 points to ABSP for being the closest, 2 points to Kat for being second closest, and 1 point to T because that's what's left over. That is the end of our second round. We have a new leader right now. First place, we have Kat with 48 points. In second place, it is ABSB with 45 points. And in third place, it is T with 39 points. It is still anybody's game here. Now, our next round is another 10 questions, and I'm going to ask you about some hockey slang. The rules are very simple. I am going to show you a piece of hockey slang, be a word or a phrase, and I want you to define it for me. With that said, your first piece of hockey slang, define lettuce.
A cowardly person is a very similar term in England known as a wet lettuce, who is a coward.
Okay. Well, we're learning international things today.
I might go with the iceberg metaphor and say someone a really good defender.
I keep on coming back to this. Like lettuce is like it's like wrinkly, and also like it's like cut and put into a salad. So I feel like it's when the ice like gets like a bunch of like cross cuts from people's skates, and it gets like so bad and crinkly that they have to like they say like the ice is like lettuce, and then they're gonna have to Zamboni over it again to get it flat again.
So to boil that answer down, you believe lettuce is when the ice gets ruined from all the skating and they have to go over it with the Zamboni to smooth it out. Yes?
Yes. So the ice itself is lettuce.
None of you are correct. Lettuce is hockey slang for your hair. For pure creativity, I'm going to give 3 points to T. I'm going to go with a metaphorical 2 points for ABSP. That may or may not turn into actual 2 points, and 1 point for Kat. Your next hockey slang is define biscuit.
I'm gonna say it's the puck. Kind of looks like a biscuit.
It's the goal. It's when you throw the puck into the quote-unquote oven, the goal.
ABSP bringing more hockey slang into the mix here. Not only giving us biscuit, but giving us oven.
Do you yell biscuit when you get it in the goal?
I mean, that's completely up to you.
It's the treat that the coach gives to the player that kicks the shit out of the goalkeeper.
Here, boy.
They call that a performance bonus. We do actually have a correct answer here. The biscuit is actually in reference to the puck. So, 4 full points to T. Congratulations. I think that's only our second correct answer of the entire day so far. 3 points to Kat for making me laugh. 2 points to ABSP. I like that you brought another non-existent into the mix here, but we may have to start calling the goal the oven. Your third slang.
What the
define selling.
When they get in timeout, like they get fouled or whatever, and they have to go off the court because they've been bad, so they get put in the celly.
So you're thinking of a literal cell, like that's where they get the name from.
Yeah, when they get in fights and stuff, like they get like red carded or something, and they have to go off court.
Okay.
And so that's like their waiting area. Selly.
Would it be like circular telly?
Circular telly. Are you
That's-
saying in
that's,
reference
Jumbotron?
to the Jumbotron in the middle?
Maybe.
That
Yeah,
is
I'll go
a-
with that. I'll go with that.
that is a creative answer.
Being a coach is hard, and sometimes you have to get on the cell phone to really bad players' mums when they really beat up on bully the smaller players. So they have to go on their stage to tell on people's mums.
It's true. These 30-year-old men, they have to be reported to their mothers when they misbehave on the ice. A celly is just a shortened version of the word celebration. After a hockey player scores a goal, they perform a celly. T made me laugh in particular with having literally every wrong word in reference to the sport of hockey. ABSP was brilliant in coming up with some deduction here, and Kat was clearly just going for the funny answer. You know what? This is going to be a rarity. I'm going to give everybody 3 points on this one because I enjoyed all of your answers equally for different reasons. Your next term. Please define sin bin.
I'm gonna steal T's answer from previously. That's like the punishment box.
I totally agree because we have the sin bin in rugby, and that's literally what it is. Somebody gets a yellow card to get a timeout in an area.
The only thing that comes to mind is like let's say they win a game, then they have this like box of like alcohol, drugs, like sin stuff, maybe like calling cards for escorts or something. And when they win, they all get a pick out of the sin bin for their celebratory award.
Treats.
Yeah,
Treats.
treats or biscuits. Those are the biscuits.
Treats all around. This is, in fact, the penalty box. It is, correct by ABSP and Kat. Both of you get 4 points for that. T, you'll get 3 points because it was a great answer, in fact, even though it was incorrect. Your next piece of hockey slang, please define for me 5-hole.
I didn't think this was that kind of quiz.
5-hole means like the score is 5-hole, like 5-0. So like that's what it means. Like a hole is 0, 5 is so this 5-hole in this case means 5-0.
I see how you got to that answer, and Kat agrees with it. Okay. ABSP, would you like to side with them, or do you have your own definition
I'm
for
gonna
5?
say it's when the player was able to get past all 5 and then goal.
Good answer by deductive reasoning. None of them were right, but they were all good answers. The 5-hole refers to a spot where you shoot the puck. When you are looking at a goalie, they have 5 spots to shoot. 2 and above the upper body, 2 in the lower body, and the 5-hole is between the legs.
Oh.
That's where my 5-holes
So
are
if
too.
you have, 5-hole is absolutely a way to flirt in hockey terms. So you can take that one and run with it.
So Kat was actually right.
I will give 3 points to ABSP, and Kat and T 2 points apiece since they said the exact same. Your next piece of hockey slang. Please define chirp.
I feel like that's like the announcers. They're just like talking, whether they're like talking in the stadium, like "oh goal," or like this John is whatever Stashovic, and give like that commentary about him. They're just chirping.
Okay, so you think it is a general spoken word from the announcers? Yes.
Yes.
Timeout and pep talk.
When a hockey player is suffering from PTSD, they just sort of like mutter to themselves.
And they get on their phone and tweet their chirps.
They have boost.
No, they're X's now. They're X's.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, nobody got this one. A chirp is basically hockey trash talk. So you are trying to get under another player's skin, and you say something insulting about them, their play, their mother, their whatever. You are chirping. I am going to give 3 points to Cats. I'm going to give 2 to ABSP and 1 point to T. Your next hockey slang. Please define for me spittin' chicklets.
Spitting teeth.
I think it is sort of like the aftermath of that. And so rather than teeth, it's blood. But rather than, just being somebody else's, your own blood, because they've put so many different people, they've got different blood on their knuckles. So like wine, they're just tasting it and spitting it into a bucket afterwards.
We do have a certain sommelier level of NHL players who we don't want to say they've gone full vampire yet, but they have an acquired taste.
I'm thinking about baseball players I know do chewing tobacco and bubble gum.
Yes.
I'm gonna say you probably shouldn't do chewing tobacco in hockey because it's gonna get on the ice. So I'm gonna say sunflower seeds. So it's the shell of the sunflower seed that you're gonna be spitting out.
We do have a correct answer amongst the group. It is actually spitting teeth.
What?
Player gets their teeth knocked out for whatever reason, they spit them right onto the ice. Most of the time, they know when they're loose, and so they just pull them out themselves. But occasionally, you do have to spit out your own chiclets. 4 points to ABSP for getting the correct answer. 3 to Cat for giving me an odd visual that also made me laugh, and 2 points to T. Your 9th hockey turn. Please define sauce.
I'm gonna say blood, since we're on this violent streak. There's sauce on the ice, blood on the ice.
Is this to do with the amphetamines that they obviously take before the match?
Sauce has got to mean the actual condiments that they probably need. So, let's say one of them's got a hot dog, and they're like, "All right, I forgot to get some ketchup or mustard." They're just gonna go all the way up with their skates on. I don't know how. They're just gonna, get some condiments from the stand, come back with it, probably eat during the until they have to go. But
The sauce in this case refers to a particular kind of pass in hockey where the puck actually gets off of the ice, it flies through the air, and it lands right as it meets the player's stick. It is called a saucer pass, or sauce for short.
Oh, like a flying saucer.
oh, like a fly, yeah.
3 points to T for continuing a violent streak. I will give 2 points to Cat and 1 point to ABSP. Your final term of hockey slang. Please define for me top cheese.
Best player by some metric.
Best player.
I feel like when you're cheesing in a game, right? Like you're doing some trolly behavior. Like maybe you're you fake having the puck, and then someone else scores. That's a top cheese.
I think sometimes when
You're welcome.
when you're a rookie in a team and you really want to endear yourself to the rest of your teammates, then in certain sports, obviously you're going to suck cock from the lowest rank to the highest rank, and the top cheese is the smegma of the best player in the hockey team.
Huh?
Top cheese refers to a goal that is scored in the top portion of the net. When you are shooting above a goalie's shoulders or by his head, it is said that you went top cheese on the goal. 3 to T. I'm going to give 2 to Cat and 1 to ABS. This is the last time that I will announce scores, and then we will not look at it again until the end of the game. So, in first place, we still have Cat at 71. In second, it is ABSP at 68. And in third, it's T at 63. So, this next category is strange but true hockey trivia. It's quite simple. I'm going to read a question to you. It is an open-ended question. I want you to, with the best of your abilities, define or give me the best answer for this. There is, in fact, a correct answer, but if you don't know the correct answer, I want you to give me the best answer. First question is: modern-day hockey pucks are made from vulcanized rubber, a form that originated in the 1880s. What disgusting material were hockey pucks originally made out of?
Manure. Just harden it for after some time. It becomes clay.
I'm thinking like a horse hoof. Like they take the whole hoof and just cut it off. Done.
It was back in the 1800s, so I don't know. Donald Trump's skin left out in the sun for about 20 minutes, wrapped around a fag packet.
I know
Damn,
it.
you're right.
I know it gets nice and crusty, but like I didn't know it would get that hard.
Donald Trump's values may date back to the 1600s, but his body is unfortunately only about 60 or so years old. We do have a correct answer. In fact, original hockey pucks were made out of manure. Specifically, it was cow manure. Yes. So, a full 4 points to ABSP. For poking fun at the Orange Man, I will give 3 points to Cat and 2 points to T. Orange Man, bad. Question 2. The time-honored tradition in hockey is to throw hats on the ice when a player scores a hat trick, or 3 goals in the same game. Fans throughout history have thrown numerous other items on the ice during games, such as waffles, a stink bomb, and plastic rats. However, it is tradition for the fans of the Nashville Predators and Detroit Red Wings to throw what animals on the ice? And there are 2 answers for this question. One is for Nashville specifically, one is for Detroit specifically. So you're going to give me 2 answers, and I will figure out how to combine those points.
Chicken wings, Nashville hot style. Look, with like 2 billion Scoville units. Like if they actually,
local delicacy.
Yep. If they try to bite it, like no, you're out for like the rest of your life. No, you're not out for the season. You're out for the entire career.
Do you have another? Or are we going to chicken wings for both?
A badger. A honey badger is like one of the worst predators to deal with.
For the Nashville Predators, it's obviously pedophiles. The Detroit Red Wings is, I think you're going down the wrong line with buffalo hot sauce because you want to counteract the hotness. So you're throwing on some blue cheese sauce, so that's what they do.
So Cat's coming up with pedophiles and blue cheese, 2 things that I did not anticipate being in the same category.
Right? Like, you know those rubber chickens that you squeeze and go, "Arr!"
Yes,
sound-
yes, indeed.
Yeah, so I think that could work for both, like the Nashville hot chicken and Red Wings. I'm going to say the number 1 household predator, the predator in the U.S. that kills the most birds is cats. So I'm going to say cats for predators, but also just a rubber chicken.
The correct answer is that the Nashville Predators fans throw catfish on the ice, and the Detroit Red Wings fans throw octopus on the ice.
I got half a word right. Catfish.
For an interesting take on the court of public opinion, we're going to give 3 points to Cat. For really just nailing that half a word, we're going to give 2 points to T, and we're going to give 1 point to ABS. Your third question in hockey trivia. There is a specific situation in NHL rules which allows for a spectator to come out of the stands, suit up for either team, and play alongside professional players. This rule has only been invoked 6 times in the 106-year history of the NHL, the most recent being in 2023. What is that rule?
I know this rule. It's called the Billionaires Clause.
Can you go into a little detail about what the Billionaires Clause is?
You're so fucking rich, of course they're going to let you on the pitch.
I might go with the Make-A-Wish Foundation charity event because, since they're going to be playing hockey, they're not going to be playing anything else for like next couple hours.
Oh no.
That's, you may be onto something there, ABSP.
Like the oldest person alive is probably like 115 or something. And hockey is relatively simple. I feel like a 5-year-old could make it. So,
Okay.
Over the 106-year-old hockey history, I think the creator of hockey is allowed at any time to play, no matter what. So they were like 115, but they jumped on the course back in 2023. Who knows if that rule is ever going to be able to be invoked again? But it's similar with Make-A-Wish. Like, this is their last chance for a while. So that's my guess.
I like in particular that T referred to the surface as the court and Cat referred to it as the pitch. Neither of those things are made of ice, but we're working here. We're brainstorming. We're workshopping some terminology. Correct answer here is it's what's called the emergency backup goalie rule. In essence, a team will take 2 goalies onto the ice every single game. If both of them get injured, there is 1 spectator in the stands who is pulled out from the stands. They suit up and they play for whichever team does not have a goalie.
Wow.
Is it like a random spectator?
It is not a random spectator. Okay. There are essentially in every city where there's an NHL arena, the NHL contracts a handful of individuals to act as an emergency backup goalie. and they will give them free tickets to the game. And so for all intents and purposes, they are a spectator until they are no longer a spectator. I think I'm going to give 3 points to ABSP for not incorrectly identifying the name of the surface that hockey is played on. I will then give 2 points to T and 1 point to Cat. Your fourth trivia question. In 1974, the Buffalo Sabres general manager Punch Imlach, yes, that is his real name, became irritated with the league's intentionally slow draft process. Thinking of a way to combat the league, he and the Sabres selected Taro Sugimoto from the Tokyo Katanas with their 11th round draft pick. Sugimoto became an instant hit with the fans, and even to this day, his jersey is heavily sought after because of the unique mark he left on the franchise. Why was Taro Sugimoto so infamous?
He'd start fights a lot.
He committed seppuku.
Wow, all right.
That explains the mark on his shirt.
So Taro would purposely slow down games by bringing sushi with him, and he would use it like banana peels to like kind of trip up other players, and they would kind of slip on the sushi. So he was infamous for doing that. And it was actually, the sushi was eaten after the fact, so it was already still on ice, so it was totally fine and just cut.
All fantastic answers once again. The reason that Taro Sugimoto is so infamous is he never existed. The Buffalo Sabres drafted an imaginary player from an imaginary team in Japan, all in an effort to get back at the league and hurry up the draft process. Buffalo Sabres fans took it as an inside joke. They made custom jerseys with Taro Sugimoto's name and number on the back. A company, I think in around 2013, made a trading card out of this fictional character. They even gave him, I forget how they came up with the artwork for his body and his face and everything. But yes, it is the only instance I know of in professional sports where an imaginary player was taken with a very real draft pick.
I want a jersey. I want a jersey.
And I really want a Taro Sugimoto jersey as well, one of these days. I am going to give 3 points to T for proper food safety. I'm going to give 2 points to Cat and 1 point to ABSP. Our last question of the trivia round. Even if you have never watched hockey before, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, now just the Anaheim Ducks, may sound familiar to you. That may be because of the titular 1992 movie, The Mighty Ducks. The connection between the two is not a coincidence. Disney founded the NHL team, built the arena, and placed them a mere 5 miles away from Disneyland. However, there is one connection between the fictional team and the real-life team that you may not know. What is that connection?
They won the Super Bowl. What is it? I don't know what the team. The thing is.
They did indeed win the Super Bowl.
They won the Stanley Cup.
ABSP, are you going with that as well?
Yeah.
They're both based in Florida.
Disneyland is in California. Anaheim,
They're both
California.
based in California.
While Kat is technically correct in what she has said, it is not the answer I was looking for. Both teams are, in fact, in California.
One connection is in the question.
You're right, but you are trying to get off on a technicality. The actual answer here is the NHL team was named the Mighty Ducks because of the movie, not the other way around. Mighty Ducks movie came out before the franchise was awarded, and when Disney took hold of the franchise, they said, well, we're just going to name them Mighty Ducks. I am going to give 3 points to T and ABSP, and I'm going to give 2 points to Cap for trying to catch me on a technicality, and it is not appreciated. Moving on. Your next 5 questions I'm calling the penalty box. The premise is simple. Actually, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there are 5 of them, so let's just jump right into it. So, players, tell me something you could do to result in a 2-minute penalty.
Tripping someone with the puck. The stick.
I feel like if you pee on the court, it's not that bad. Like 2 minutes is not that bad. So like a little pee.
Huh?
Like you have to go. You kind of wet a little bit. That's okay. 2 minutes.
What?
Peeing on the court, as T says. Peeing on the court for 2 minutes.
I don't know, maybe sort of like proper swinging at somebody with a hockey club.
There is a term for that, in fact, Kat. It is called slashing. And yes, indeed, you can get 2 minutes for slashing. So 4 points to T.
That's it?
Or 4 points to ABSB, 4 points to Kat, because you can, in fact, get 2 minutes for tripping people on the ice. And 3 points to T, because even though it's not an official rule, I feel like if you peed on the ice, you'd probably get at least 2 minutes.
I think it depends if you like whip it out.
Oh.
Tell me something you could do to result in a 4-minute penalty.
If hitting someone with the freaking stick is only 2 minutes, what the hell is 4 minutes?
Because it's such a high penalty and rules are fucking weird, it's got to do with something with the ref. I don't know, like insulting the ref, spitting at the ref, or hitting the ref.
Okay, someone on the chat already said it, but like straight up, I'm not gonna say cutting someone with a skate, but I'm gonna say just straight up steering them.
I'm gonna say, like if you like grab the puck with your hand, and you're not a goalie, right? Like goalies are allowed to use their hands, I think. So probably like you're either grab or using your hands for the puck. Yeah.
ABSP, you are technically correct. The only way that you can get a 4-minute penalty is by drawing blood. If you cut someone, regardless of how that happens, whether you use your stick, your skate, your body, even if you bite them, if you draw blood, it is a 4-minute penalty. So I will give 4 points to ABSB. I will give, let's go with 3 points to Kat and 2 points to T. Tell me something you could do to result in a 5-minute penalty.
Beat up the audience.
The
Beat
rules of
up the audience.
60 minutes in a game.
Yes.
You lose.
That's a lot. Yeah.
You lose 1/12 of the game for something worse than making someone bleed.
I feel like if you like start a riot, right? Like, you know, like where all the players are like beating on each other, and like if you're the person who threw the first punch and then everyone else jumps in, it's like you're getting 5.
Hockey is known for its fights. I think it is the fight thing because, yeah, it's a 5-minute penalty, but fighting somebody on a pitch is fucking severe. So I'm just going to go for it is the actual fight.
All of you are correct in your assertion there. You have all touched on the key point of it, and fighting is an automatic 5-minute penalty, regardless of who you happen to be fighting. And yes, NHL players have indeed fought members of the audience before. There is video evidence of it. It's hilarious. 4 points to everybody. You all got it correct. Tell me something you could do to result in a 10-minute penalty.
Not coming to a match.
One begs the question, what does it take to get somebody removed from the game? In football or soccer, it could be quite innocuous as just like a little bit of a bad tackle. Is this when you like start a ritual to worship Satan in the middle of the center circle?
See, now we're onto something. It's an
Imagine actually just like, you know, like interrupting the match with a satanic ritual.
I mean, there have been live animals thrown on the ice before and dead ones, so nothing is out of the realm of possibility.
What I'm thinking of is attacking the goalie, like purposefully. Nobody
really got it right. A game misconduct penalty is essentially, you did, Kat, mention it in a previous answer, but if abusive officials can result in a game misconduct penalty, whether you are actually fighting them or chewing them out, whatever the case may be. But in large part, game misconduct penalties are handed out for absolutely egregious penalties, intending to cause an injury to someone else that is not as the result of a fight, if that makes sense.
Now, what if your satanic ritual was you were trying to get a demon to kill one of the other players?
No, it's perfectly allowed. Perfectly allowed.
Oh, okay.
You can't.
What is that like
with
on
that. I am going to give 4 points to Kat on that one. I think I'm going to give 3 points to T and 2 points to ABSP. And our final penalty question, tell me something you could do to result in a match penalty. You are immediately removed from the game.
Coming out as LGBTQ.
Oh, it's topical and a little scary.
Except for that one night a year that they have LGBT, like Pride Day. All these penalties are violence related, but it's been escalating. So I'm going to say if you kill someone, on the rink, it's a match penalty. You're out for the game.
Targeting a player like a couple times, hit him with the puck. Yeah.
So in fact, I am going to say that T had a correct answer in this case. As crudely delivered as it may be, it was actually an accurate answer. After that, I think I will give points to. I'll give 3 points to Cat. I'll give 2 points to ABSP. All right, we are entering our final 10 questions of the game. These next 5, I want you to put on your thinking cap. You are now the commissioner of the NHL. You are going to come up with some proposals for me. Your first one being, propose a new rule for the NHL. What do you think that the game would benefit from?
A live horde of kittens.
Live horde of kittens amongst
Who wouldn't want
12
to have
players on knife teams.
Well, yeah, but then the kittens go out to the audience. You all get kittens.
Okay. All right.
Who doesn't
I
want
like that.
kittens?
Turn off the lights and glow in the dark jerseys.
Cosmic
Turn off
cotton.
the light, glow in the dark jerseys. I think this may have some legs, ABSB.
Yeah, a black light round would be quite good, wouldn't it?
We're getting rid of the puck, and we're gonna instead use. I think lacrosse balls are pretty bouncy, like a lacrosse ball, like a bouncy ball, and just like it'll be totally mayhem. The ball's going everywhere. It could even bounce into your own court. It'll make it a lot more fun and fast paced.
I'm going to give T 3 points for that one. I like that answer the best. Much as I love kittens, I can see a lot of kitten violence happening on the ice. So I'm going to give 2 points to ABSP, and we're going to give 1 point to Cat here. So your next proposal. Propose a city for the next NHL expansion team and what you would call it.
Reykjavik Raptors.
Reykjavik Raptors. We are going to Iceland.
The Moscow Mules.
Yes! We gotta have one. At least one. At least one.
And I'm going to go quite dark. I apologise.
Yeah, hit me.
It's going to be the Jerusalem genociders.
Bruh.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
That's my vote.
Yikes. Should I reward such awful behavior? That's the question.
Sammy, either way you go with this, you're getting banned on Twitch.
I can't win no matter what. No matter how I hand out the points here, I can't win. I'm going to give T the 3 points again. I love the idea of the Moscow Mules. It fits thematically with a Russian team. I'll give 2 points to Cat. It made me incredibly uncomfortable, but I can't deny it was clever. And 1 point to ABSP. Your next proposal. Yeah, take that victory sip. I hope you feel good about yourself. Propose a new surface for hockey once all of the ice melts.
Lava.
Trying to put the logistics together in my head, but I like it.
You're maintaining heat at the bottom, and so as time goes on, the air's cooling it. So as you skate on it, you're making new lava as you skate.
Props to you for having a scientific plan in place here.
I'm just going to go for the obvious. You want a slippy surface, lube. Done.
Just lube.
I'm thinking gravel, because when they try and slash at the puck with the stick, it's a violent go of it. Someone's getting gravel in the eye.
T has an incredibly violent streak that I am noticing here.
It's hockey.
It's hockey. You're absolutely right, but I'm thinking just how many more injuries are going to take place. I am going to give 3 points to Cat for this one. I'm going to give 2 to ABSP. I would love to see some lava hockey, and 1 to T. Your next proposal, propose a new goal song. And please know that I cannot actually play it on this stream. But if I need you to remind me of what the song is, I will ask you to be singing it. So, it's the biggest game of your life. It's Stanley Cup Game 7. You are about to score the game-winning goal. What song do you want to be your anthem once you score that goal?
I'm thinking of that song that was big like 6 months ago, the ITGIRL. You know I am that girl. That song, I would love to see a bunch of like burly hockey players have to dance and sing to that song at every goal.
I'm gonna attempt to swoon Sammy here. Amaranth by Nightwish.
You know what? It actually is a very, very good song, and ABSP is indeed playing the judge more than the game here. We'll see how that works out for him. Bold strategy indeed. Yes.
Baby Shark.
You know what? There is something about Baby Shark that if you want to rub it into your opponents, why not hit them with an embarrassing earworm like that? I am a fan, in fact, of everybody's song right now. I think I'm going to give the 3 points here to ABSP. Cat's going to get the 2. D's going to get the 1. And that leads us to our last. Please propose a new name for Lord Stanley's Cup.
I'll give someone to start off with the Biscuit Breaker Cup.
I've been having this stupid crew joke in my head the whole time, which I can't get out.
We have already gone way over that line, so feel free.
You do a partnership with Apple. They're going to be sponsoring this whole thing, all the NHL, and you call it the iCup. But they don't know that it's ICUP.
This is exactly the kind of behavior that I expected from T. I am not surprised. You got it. It's a great name. Kat, you're going to be hard pressed to come up with something better than that.
Yeah, I'm mad that
I can't. I mean, that's a pretty good name. So, proposing the name for Lord Stanley's Cup, Dave Watteninger.
Dave Watteninger. Is that your neighbor?
There's part of me that loves the idea of a trophy that's just called Dave. It doesn't have a prestigious name in any capacity. It's not named after, well, I mean, it is named after somebody. It doesn't represent anything. It's just congratulations. You are the best team in the best league in the world. Here is your trophy. Here is Dave. It is the representation of your everyday middle-class white guy in the United States. And for that, I actually love it. But as I said, T is definitely getting the nod here. There was no better name to come up with than ICUP. I will give 2 points to Kat and 1 point to ABSB. We have 5 questions remaining. It is still very much anybody's game. And this is the last category. There is no specific theme to this round. It is just, I want your answers to this. And there are, believe it or not, correct answers to these questions, but let's see if you can get them. So, your first question of the final showdown is, who do you think you are?
Some kind of superstar. Spice Girls reference there.
Excellent answer, Kat.
I am the next Fortnite skin.
I am not able to compete with that.
We do have a correct answer in the chat from One Consumable Pete. The correct answer is I am. Who do you think you are? I am. If you are thinking of that meme from the professional bowler, that's exactly where your head should be. So Pete, unfortunately, you don't get any points here, but you were right about that. I am going to give 3 points to Kat for being properly thematic with that as well. 2 points to ABSP and 1 point to T for essentially giving. Your next question. Where was I on the night of July 1st, 2022?
You were in the UK.
I don't think she was. I think she was in Dublin.
Oh,
No, she wasn't. This was, you were stuck in Canada before flying over.
I know nothing about you. I'm very sorry. So I'm going to say Canadian layover.
Kat, we were together this night. Yes, we were. July 1st, 2022 was our night in Manchester. I was indeed stuck in Canada 3 days prior to that, but I was in Dublin on the 29th. I was in Scotland on June 30th and in Manchester on July 1st.
Kat got a freebie too, and
Kat did have, it was a layup and didn't get it, but 4 points to T for being correct. 3 points to Kat, 3 points to ABSP. Who's our favorite player?
Former swimmer, and now chair of the Olympic Committee, Dick Pound.
The deadpan delivery is really what sold it for me there.
I said Wayne Gretzky. I mean, come on.
Wayne Gretzky. He is indeed the great one.
I'm gonna pander and say Sammy plays on Twitch regularly on whatever days that are in our schedule. If you scroll down, so Sammy's our favorite player.
Sammy's once again playing the judge and not the game. It's a legitimate strategy. The correct answer is, who's our favorite player? Mr. Derek Brooks. Unfortunately, nobody got that answer. I am going to give 4 points to ABSP for a fantastic answer, or 3 points, sorry, for a fantastic answer and deadpan delivery. 2 points to T for pandering, and 1 point to Cat. Your penultimate question. Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Who is your daddy?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over metal exoskeleton.
I am the Mandalorian, and I look after the child.
My daddy is Sugar Daddy 69420 in my DMs, and he is very wealthy, and that's his job. He's in wealth.
We talking about a Discord daddy or?
He's in wealth. All the professions, generic terms that you could say out there. He's in wealth. He's not in banking. He's not in investments. He's in wealth.
He's very wealthy. He has too much money, and he has to give it away. That's his job.
For a shared life experience, 3 points are going to T, 2 points are going to ABSP, 1 point is going to Cat. And your
very good reference.
Was an excellent reference. You are correct. Arbitrary and final. Your last question.
For 500 points.
Who's the winner of this game?
Cat.
And keep in mind, the possibility that your answer could actually influence on the score sheet who wins the game. You might create a paradox with your answer. I want your answer. Who's the winner of this game?
Me.
Who do you think it is?
Cat.
I know it's not me because I just lost the game, and so did everyone in the chat.
God damn it!
But T, once again, I was asking very specific who was the winner of this game that we are currently playing. If you had stuck with not me, that would have been a correct answer. But as the score currently indicates, ABSP and Cat are both technically correct, so they will both get 3 points. T will get 2 points. And that leaves our final scores of the day. Now, Kat, I believe you said you were hopefully aiming for around 25 points. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I might have I've gone a little bit beyond that. I've overachieved.
Yes, we appreciate overachieving in this game. First of all, round of applause for everybody. This was fantastic. You came up with amazing answers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for giving me a good laugh on this Sunday afternoon. In third place with 113 points is Spot of T. T, would you like to say anything with your third place victory here? The floor is yours.
Sure. You know, it's been an honor and a privilege to beat out Pete, who is in fourth place. And I'm just glad I'm not in last place like someone else.
Our second place finisher today with 117 points is ABSP. ABSP, the stage is yours. What have you to say about your resounding first loser spot today?
I'm nervous, Bubby. I don't know what to say. But yeah.
A man of few words and sometimes no words.
Go sports.
Thank you.
Go sports, indeed. Go sports. And that, of course, means our winner for today. Our very first winner of this untitled trivia game show is none other than a girl called Kat. Kat, take a bow. The stage is yours. What message do you have for the masses?
You love me. You really love me. Oh, you love me.
Sometimes the shortest and sweetest message is the one that sinks in the best. This was so much fun. Genuinely, thank all of you for being here today. I hope you enjoyed playing this as much as I did, creating this and being around you. You're all quick on your feet. You came up with great answers and some that really got under my skin at times, but I managed to keep it together. So Quick little plug for everybody. If you have something that you want to promote, a social media channel, project, whatever, the floor is yours. Take it and run with it. Where can people find you?
You'll find me sneaking around in Sammy's chat and friends that we both have. I won't start streaming until probably April, but until then, I'll see you around.
Can confirm ABSP is indeed lurking in many Twitch chats, mine included. So we'll look forward to some Twitch streams in around April. T, Kat, what you got?
I want to remind you that if you have a Twitch Prime to sub, it's going to be the buttons right there. You click gift. You press the sub button, and then there's a little checkbox that says Prime sub. You check that, and then you click subscribe. And yeah, that's it. Oh, this is my Instagram. Right here. I don't know if it's going to show up like this on their screen, but
it does.
Okay.
It does. Your hands are right where the where your username is. So well done. Kat, big winner today. Where can people find you if you want them to find you?
I don't want anybody to find me. I need to keep. Don't fucking look for me. Police are already after me. Don't worry about that. But yeah, no, I want to put a big thank out to Sammy for organising this and putting on a really interesting competition. I really enjoyed myself, and I think
good.
Watching tonight and you're not subscribed to Sammy's channel, because she's put a lot of work into this and it's been real good fun, and I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves.
Yeah, Sammy,
Thank
was
you
awesome.
very much
Thank
for
you.
You are very welcome. I can't think of 3 better people to be my guinea pigs for this. It was absolutely fantastic. Every bit of work that goes into it is worth it when I get the response and the participation that I get from the 3 of you. And now T is just leaning into the thirst trap mentality.
No, I wanna make it look like I'm Sammy.
We're gonna just send her. Oh, I see. We got to hang on. We can. Where's the? How do I?
Give me your arms. There we go.
You just. Oh, this is so much harder than it needs to be. Whatever.
What?
You're like.
I think it looked like Sammy.
Sugar daddies on my stream? Like, what the hell? I mean, you're wearing black. It's at least thematic. No, sincerely, thank you to Kat, to ABSP. This was so much fun. And anybody out there, you 3 included, if you want to see more of these, let me know. I have some other topics in mind that I could potentially do, but I'm always open to suggestions. And make sure you follow all of these wonderful individuals if they want to be found on their respective social media platforms. That is, that's pretty much it. Any parting words, anybody?
Put the biscuit in the oven.
Ooh.
That's as good a place to end.
Gonna need some big cheese for that afterwards.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, and I'm gonna stick around and chat with these 3 for just a hot minute. But thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. But until next time, take care. It's been fun.